everyone! In true Emma fashion, I've got halfway through this video at least 3 times and yet here I am starting again. Today I'm going to be doing the I Dare You book tag, which I was tagged in by the lovely Annie at Annie the Booktuber. I will have her channel linked below and you should all go and follow her because she's just wonderful, she's so lovely, and I'm so glad that I'm now getting to be friends with her. And yeah, I'm going to dive into this because there are 19 questions. I have a hoard of books on my bed, so I'm trapped here, which isn't really a problem. Books in bed, you know, my cat's here too, it's amazing. The first question is, which book have you had on your shelf the longest? This edition of Peter Pan by Jem Barrie. I don't know when I got this. It was from my great-granddad. I don't know when he bought me this. I'm presuming when I was very young, like maybe my first birthday, second, something like that. The next question is your current read, your last read, and your next read. So I'm currently reading Nightlife by Caitlin Kittredge. It's interesting so far. It's not awful, but you know, it's a werewolf and her cousin that she lives with is a witch. I question myself. All those books that I'm dying to get to, and I've chosen this. The last book that I finished was Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. I don't need to tell you guys anything about this except that I shocked myself because I hate this film. Well, I don't hate the film, but it's one of my least favourites, but I actually really enjoyed the book, like more than I was expecting to, and I think that's probably down to the fact that at one point Nifflers show up and they're like my favourite magical creature ever, and I had absolutely no idea that they were in this book because I forgot about them. And for my next read, it's like a magician, and my next trick, it's going to be something from my Owls TBR. I was kind of hoping that I could pick up the audiobook for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. The audiobook isn't available until August. So the other book that I might pick up for my next read is Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. This is one of my favourites and I've never reread it, so I want to reread it. I can actually put this into my Owls TBR for herbology with the thing with something with nature in the title because star. And the reason that I'm rereading it now is because I recently acquired Love Stargirl, which is the sequel, and I just love Jerry Spinelli and I need to read it soon. That would make a good thumbnail, like it's Facebook. I promise I'm sane, like, well, a little bit. Question 3 is a book that everyone liked and you hated. I'm not going to say too much on this because I am planning to do a video all about books that were just a no from me. If you like this book, don't shoot me. Dumpling by Julie Murphy. I don't know why I still own this. Like, no, just no, I'm saying nothing. As I said, I will discuss this in an upcoming video, but I despised this book, like, a lot. The next question is a book that you keep telling yourself you're going to read but probably won't, and this is easy. Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. I know there are tabs. The tabs are like up to page 60, okay? This is a like 700 page book and it's bloody small writing. Those tabs took me about 3 months. I doubt I'm gonna read it. The musical tells me all I need to know. I even own the UK edition. It's not gonna happen. Like, I don't care that much. I could probably return this and get like 3 books for the price of this one, so that's an idea. Question 5 is a book you're saving for retirement. I don't think that far ahead in life, to be honest with you. I already am an old granny, so you know, retirement's basically around the corner. As the rules say, you can't skip a question, so doing what I do best, I found something. I've chosen Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This is the edition that is white, which means the lighting goes haywire. I bought this in Paris in Shakespeare & Co. Here's my little stampy stamp. And this is translated by Christine Donaher. So it's a different translation to the one that I read in January. Obviously this is a bit of a stretch because I've already read this book, but I do want to reread it at some point. I do want to get through different translations to see, you know, how people pick up Hugo's writing, if that makes sense. I am hoping one day to be fluent in French and be able to read the original written, like, Victor Hugo French words. What? I can't even speak English right now. You get my point. Basically, this is a different translation to the one that I've read. I will probably save this for when I'm retired to read it again because it was exhausting, so I might have recovered by then. Question 6 is last page. Do you read it first or wait till the end? You gotta wait. Like, what is the point? What is the point in picking up a book to read the story and go on this journey with the character to know what's gonna happen? The only time that I have ever skipped to the end is if I've DNF'd a book and I'm just like, I need to know where this is going. Like, if it's been so slow and boring and I'm just like, okay, I'm done, but I need to, like, wrap it up, then I'll read the end. Except when I was a bookseller, a certain exciting 8th book in a series was being released. It was not a book well, it was a book, but it wasn't a novel, it was a play. It was Cursed Child. We were setting up for the midnight launch and we weren't supposed to open the book, but I read the last page because, I mean, I got to say that I was like one of the first people to read the ending. Honestly though, like, side note, I forgot who published that. Bloomsbury, probably. Yeah, sorry. I know you had those big black bags over them, like, you cannot open until midnight, but we all opened them. Sorry. You can't give us a new Harry Potter and be like, just don't touch them. Just wait. It's never gonna happen. Question 7 is acknowledgements. Waste of ink or not? No, they're not. I really enjoy reading the acknowledgements. A book isn't just the writer, you know, the author isn't the only person who's put work into that. The acknowledgements are there like credits for a film, you know? They are there to acknowledge the work that the editor has put in, you know, that the rest of the publishing team has done. The next question is a book character that you would switch places with if you could. I don't know. I want to say like Hermione or someone from Harry Potter so that I can experience Hogwarts. So just like a side character in Harry Potter. A lot of shit goes on in the wizarding world. I mean, I'm assuming it's kind of quiet now, so maybe if I went there now it would be okay. But if I had to go back to Potter's time at Hogwarts, I'd just really be hoping that like the trolls, the Dementors, Lord Voldemort left me alone. The next question is a book that reminds you of a specific time in your life. I have decided to go with Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. This book, I think I was like 7, 8, and my teacher at school read this to us and I loved it. I fell in love with Judy Blume and it was just, oh, like, I can't describe it. And the thing is, our teacher read this book and just left it and I was like, I need more. So I got the other books in the series. Now I am missing Otherwise Known as Sheila the Great, which I did have. I don't know what happened to it. It doesn't necessarily remind me of a specific time in my life, but it reminds me of really falling in love with Judy Blume, who's one of my favourite authors. Question 10 is a book you acquired in an interesting way. I wouldn't say I really acquired any books in an interesting way. However, there are 2 books that I won in giveaways that I don't remember entering, like, at all. So I'm going to show you them because it's interesting to me that I get a notification saying you've won this giveaway and I'm like, I didn't enter that, but okay. The first is this special edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I won this on an Instagram giveaway and I got this, a lovely lightning bolt necklace and a golden snitch bracelet. Yeah, this just gets added to my Philosopher's Stone collection. I think I have 8 copies now, so if you all want to see my Philosopher's Stone collection, let me know. The other book that I won in a giveaway was Final 7 by Kerry Drury. This was actually hosted by the author herself. Again, I don't remember entering. I must go on like midnight retweets of giveaways sometimes and just forget I've entered them. But this is signed. I have still to read the first book and I don't own the second book, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a series that I really love, so I'm going to buy the second book very soon and I'm planning to read Cell 7 this month. And yeah, that's 2 books that I randomly acquired. Question 11 is, have you ever given away a book for a special reason? No. I'm really the only reader and I'm the only one who appreciates books. The next question is the book that's been with you to the most places. I don't take like a single book a bunch of places with me. If I'm going on holiday, I'll take a book that I want to read on holiday and that will be a new book. It's never a reread. So I think the answer to this question will be Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, because as I mentioned a couple of videos, I took it to New York with me in 2015 and didn't read it, so I took it again last year to New York and didn't read it. It's not necessarily been the most places, it's been to the same place twice, and it's also the furthest I've travelled, so I'm gonna count it. The next question is a book that was required reading that you hated, but actually it was alright a couple of years later. This was so easy for me. The Comb Gatherers by Robin Jenkins. I had to do this for Into English. I hated it. We were told to read it over the summer and I was reading a page a day just to like get through it. Oh, I hated it so much. Looking back, this is definitely a book that I think I would enjoy now that I'm also getting more into the sort of classic literature. It wasn't that bad. It was not as bad as I made it out to be. The next question is brand new books or second hand. I'm all about the cheap books. You know, like I want all the books, but I want all the money. Question 15 is a random one. Have you ever read Dan Brown? No, and I don't think I will. Next question is, was there a movie that you liked better than the book? Now, I am not a movie lover by any means. The answer to that is no, there's probably not a film I enjoy more than the book because I probably haven't seen the film. The next question is a book that made you hungry. I don't know about that. I mean, filming this video has made me hungry, so all of these books, I suppose. Question 18 is book advice that you will always take. I mean, I take book advice quite subjectively because I have found so many times that even people with really similar book tastes to me have told me to avoid a certain book because I would hate it and it turned out to be like one of my favourites. So yeah, I don't know. And our final question, question 19, a book you read from outside your comfort zone that you really liked, and I have two for this. First we have Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. You all know about this book. It's sci-fi, which isn't my thing unless it's Doctor Who. But I love this and I need to get Gemina and Obsidio and read them. And Lou over at, oh my god, I forgot Lou's channel name. Books Are a Way of Life? Oh Lou, I'm so sorry, my brain's just gone. She's been reading these and loved them. I'll have her linked below because Lou's amazing. And the second book that I read out of my comfort zone is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Hi, I'm filming. I hope you have food. Yeah. Oh. I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, and oh my goodness, I love this. It's a classic and like amazing. This was one of the first classics I read, like actually I think this was the first classic I read off my own back and I adored it. Like, yes. And that, like I went from reading this, which is actually 2 stories, to this. And to wrap it up, Annie actually tagged Lou, so I won't tag her again. Actually no, I will. Lou, you're double tagged, so you really gotta do it now. And I also tag Sophie at Sophisticated Books and Sky at Nettle Books. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!